welcome to another exciting episode of the program Schools Debates, reaching you on RSTV Port Harcourt. Today we're featuring Ladybird Educational Center, LLM1, and they're talking on the topic that wealth is better than health. These are two important things. Which is better than which? That's what we're going to find out today on the program Schools Debates. Before we start the program, we're going to do some introduction. All right, on the high table we have the proprietress of Ladybird Educational Center and the person of Chief Mrs. Tina Oberai.
You are welcome to the program. Hope you have a nice time today. Thank you.
School is the person of Ewuru Ikechukwu.
You're welcome to the program.
We have the school administrator, the person of Mrs. Fayemi Kola.
You are welcome to the program.
Talking about Stella Kota, Mrs.
You're welcome to the program. I hope you have a nice time.
And Mrs. Ebele Orakwe.
You're welcome to the program.
Honorable timekeeper is Mr. Enikabuye Osagie.
You're welcome to the program and you have a nice day.
Alright, remember the program is Schools Debate and we're still doing the introduction. Now the debaters will introduce themselves. On the proposal side, we have...
My name is Busayo Fali. Welcome to the program. I'm Favour Itaga. Welcome to the program.
On the opposite side, we have...
I'm Muna Chimsajere. Welcome to the program. I'm Daniel Daly. Welcome to the program. I'm Emmanuel Iswe. Welcome to the program.
And I'm the moderator for the program today, Rachel Isogo Onah, saying welcome to Schools Debate and enjoy watching. We'll now hear the first speaker on the proposal side.
Panel of judges, the moderator, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters and viewers. Good day. My name is Busayo Fali. I'm in Primary 5. I am standing here this day to propose the motion which says wealth is better than health. According to the Oxford Dictionary 6th edition, wealth is defined as an amount of money or property a person or country owns. From this definition, you will agree with me that wealth is that there is nothing we can achieve or gain as individuals or a country without wealth. With this above definition, you will agree with me that wealth is better than health to the following point. Without wealth, families and countries will not be able to provide quality health standards. Today, our government is spending a lot of money to improve our health standards through immunization. If there was no money to support immunization, there will be a lot of disabled children and helpless mothers in our streets and hospitals today. Secondly, building of hospitals and health centers. As you can see today, there are a lot of hospitals for people to go and receive treatment. Our government, schools, churches and other organizations help to educate the public on prevention of diseases in our society. These programs and hospitals cannot be achieved without wealth because in some cases, they even provide free medical care and support to the disabled. 3. Wealth and fame. Permission from the panel of judges. If I may ask my opponents this simple question. Have you ever heard about the most healthy person before? The answer is capital no, but you will always hear about the most wealthy person. It is considered that those who have sincere wealth are famous and well-known. Example, Bill Gates and Aliko Dangote. Lastly, political position. In Africa, especially Nigeria, it is considered that those who seek political must have wealth, else they cannot attain political position. Despite the health problems of Alhaji Umar Yar'Adua, when he was announced as the winner of the presidential election in Nigeria, he still went abroad for further treatment, believing that the position is his own. This is because he has the wealth to turn around any situation. With these vital points of mine, I strongly believe that I was able to convince my opponents that wealth is far better than health. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those points. Let's hear the first speaker on the opposing side.
Shop
journalists, Lekki timekeeper, my co-debaters, and my fellow peoples. Good day. I am Emmanuel Liswere from my 6, and I have to say that I oppose the motion which says that health is better than wealth is better than health. First and foremost, let's redefine health. Health is the state of being physically and mentally sound. The first point for opposing the topic is that there is a saying which goes like this: a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. If everyone in a place is sick, definitely everything will be paralyzed. The country will be politically, economically, and financially undeveloped. Now tell me, where does someone acquire wealth without health? Besides, nobody has ever prayed for imbecility. An imbecile can be found in a wealthy man's house, but not in a healthy man's house. Isn't this so? This is because the healthy man has a good body metabolism, while that of the wealthy man can only be acquired with money. Furthermore, an adage says, health is the greatest wealth. It is only a healthy person that has the hope of becoming wealthy. If a person has a serious disease, he will definitely forget about his acquired wealth and be anxious about his health. Some time ago, I met a rich man who was seriously involved in an accident. This man was begging God to give him health and take his wealth. Again, the Bible says in the book of 3 John verse 2, I wish you above all, including wealth, that you prosper in health, which means that it's only a healthy person that can prosper in body, spirit, soul, and emotion. In view of all the points I have explained, I should round up my points by saying it repeatedly and emphatically that Nigeria should be praying for a healthy nation, not a wealthy one. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those points. Let's hear the second speaker on the proposing side.
Moderator, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and viewers. I am Winifred Bago. I am in Primary 5. The illustrated Oxford Dictionary defines wealth as firstly, riches, abundant possession, secondly, the state of being rich, also an abundance. With the above definition, you will agree with me that wealth is superior to wealth with the following points. Balanced meal. Balanced diet cannot be achieved without wealth. A family that does not have money cannot maintain a good balanced diet for the family. That could lead to sickness and diseases. Therefore, wealth is important to enable us to eat good quality food. Labor. I would like my opponents to answer this simple question with either yes or no. If you think that health is better than wealth, why then do our parents go out every morning? Isn't it in search of wealth? I know in your heart that the answer is yes. Wealth can acquire health. Though, if you have wealth, it also means you have health, because if you have money, you have means of buying any drugs prescribed for your health. That is why wealth can acquire health. Mental health. Those who are physically fit, but since they aren't wealthy, have so much things to think about. That could lead to mental illness, unlike the wealthy ones who don't have much to worry about. With these vital points of mine, I strongly believe that I was able to convince my opponents that wealth is far better than health.
Thank you very much. Let's now hear the second speaker on the opposing side.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debater, and fellow peoples, good day. I'm Daniel Ajeda, and I'm here to oppose the motion which says wealth is better than health. To me, I want to believe that there was a mistake somewhere in the topic, because no reasonable person would ever pray for wealth in place of health. Don't you reason in the same line? To start, it should be noted that only a healthy person goes to his place of work. An unhealthy person may not involve himself in any kind of work because of his state of health. If the head of the family is not healthy, will you think things will be fine in that family? More so, the Bible says in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2, 18 to 19, I ate all my toil in which I have toiled under the sun, since I must leave it for the man who will come after me, who knows whether he is a wise man or a fool. We can
can see clearly that even the Bible is not in support of wealth, but health. Because we came with nothing and we shall go with nothing. So looking for what at all corner is like foolishness. In addition, it is only a healthy person that can acquire wealth. An unhealthy person will be in one place or the other, like hospital, healing homes, just to get back his health. So how can he acquire this so-called wealth? Apart from this, marriage. This is not medically allowed in the world today for two unhealthy persons who propose to marry each other, who are both suffering from sickly cell disease. If they consult a pastor or a medical practitioner, if the advice each of these professionals will give to them is not to get married, because they will definitely remorse at the end. In view of all the points I have explained, I believe that my pupils will reason with me. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's now hear the last speaker on the proposal side.
Mr. Chairman, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, four debaters and viewers. Good day. I'm Favor Itaga and Primark 5. I'm standing here this day to propose a motion which says wealth is better than health to the following points of mine on agriculture. Our government spent a lot of money today on agriculture to increase food supplies through the provisions of fertilizers, machineries and loans to farmers. For example, in some foreign countries, they eat a lot of stuff, but in Nigeria, we eat fresh food like vegetables, fruits, and tomatoes, which protect our bodies from sickness due to government support on agriculture. 2. Economic power. What is the economic power of a person or nation? In Africa, a man's strength is measured by the economic wealth of financial power. Also, a nation's strength and growth is measured by the amount of wealth that is possessed by its citizens. For example, USA is considered one of the richest nations in the world because of the wealth possessed by its citizens. 3. Repercussion of poverty. Due to lack of money, most people risk their health by engaging into all sorts of bad and corrupt practices, such as drinking, smoking, and prostitution among our youth. Finally, Ladybird Educational Center and other schools have to produce quality students who will later turn out to become good doctors, lawyers, engineers, and so on. Our parents and schools cannot achieve their aims without money because good doctors, lawyers, and so on help to prevent health problems in our society. With this important point of mine, I strongly believe and I was able to convince my opponent that wealth is far better than health. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's now hear the last speaker on the opposing side.
Chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and viewers. Good day. I am Achusa Jerry. I am Primark 5. I wish to oppose the proposal and emphatically hear that health is better than wealth. In the first place, research has shown that it's only a nation where the citizens are healthy that maximum achievement economically can take place. It is therefore hard for anyone who is not well health widely to contribute positively to the improvement of the economy and his or her nation. Hence, he will rather concentrate on his health. Isn't it true? Also, sound